Well, it's all about cameras and lighting. Welcome to Tech Tuesday. Yikes. As you well know, over the past couple weeks, I've been dealing with face cams and lighting, and just about the time I think I've got it figured out, I don't. I've just messed with my green screen settings for about 5 minutes and finally have it all worked out. I'm looking over here at my screen, and I can get the fact that I've got as good as it's going to get. Well, good morning. This morning, I want to talk about. I'm done with face cams and video cams. I'm back to my Logitechs. They work the best in this studio. The face cam is a wonderful piece of equipment. I now use it out in my casual studio, also known as my living room. A lot of people want, natural surroundings, not a green screen. So there's that. So I want to talk a little bit this morning about the difference between standing and sitting when you record voiceover. There is no right way. But I'm going to tell you from my standpoint, you should stand. Now, there I said it, and somebody's going to watch this. Well, I sit all the time. Yeah, well, then sit all the time. There's no right or wrong. But here's some points. As a new voice artist, I know that some of you are doing hobo forts in a closet where the ceiling's already right here, and you've got some challenges. Maybe you can't stand. That's all great. So let's at least talk posture, right? Shoulders back, do some warm-ups, make sure that you're sitting properly. If you have to put a pillow in the middle of your back to make sure you're not starting to slouch. Because when you slouch, you kill your diaphragm, and you're going to be breathing from up here. I know many new voice artists really struggle with breathing well, breathing enough air for an entire line, and they find themselves, and it's all up here. None of it's down there. So I stand. Now, my entire life has been in music. You may have heard the story already. If I apologize, at 5 years old was the first time I did a solo on stage. I have sung on stage my entire life. I've been a professional musician. I do Sinatra music, blah, blah, blah. I can't tell you how much mic work I've done, stage work, etc. I mean, here's the point. If you go into a voice lesson with any respectable musical voice coach and you sit down, they will have you standing up in a second because it's hard to sing from the diaphragm sitting down. Now, in choir rehearsals, did we all sit down? Yeah, but when it got to like practicing the performances, we were standing up. I took about 6 months of voice lessons when I was younger, and the teacher he never said, "Hey, go sit in the chair, it's more comfortable." Stand up. Standing up anchors your body in your feet. I'm standing now, in case you can't tell. I have a booth set up. It's actually my recording space is set up so that I sit on a stool, so I can type and everything. And my mic's right here. My mic is overhead. See, right there it is. So I have to stand because that's where my mic is. So this solves some problems. If you have problems with P's and B's, I can do a P as hard as I can, and I'm not going to hit the mic. Hear how that is? That's why people use pop filters. And you notice when I pulled my mic down, there was no pop filter. Now the problem with recording under your mic is F. Yeah. So an F pushes air up, and it'll still hit the mic. So I just know I've got to watch my F's. That's all. That's it. Other than that, I don't need a pop filter, and my mic's overhead. It also keeps things on my desk out of the way. I'm not constantly moving my mic around. Any of this equipment that you don't have to move is better. Once you set up your interface, leave it alone. Leave the cables alone. Once you get your sound settings, as much as you can, leave them alone. Once you get your microphone where it is, leave it alone. Every time you move it, every time you shift it, every time you do something, is one more opportunity for a wire to get pinched, brought across another wire that all of a sudden you've got impedance. Don't do it. Now, do I sit down and record? No, I don't. I never sit down and record. I'm always standing. It anchors me in my feet. It allows me to breathe through my diaphragm, and it helps correct bad breathing. So when you're recording a script and you're constantly find yourself doing this and you can't quite get to the end of a sentence, it's your breathing. And if you're sitting, try standing. So that is today's lesson for getting started in voiceover. Can you sit? Yes. Again, get in a proper position so that your back is straight, so that you've got access to your diaphragm, and make sure you do some breathing exercises to know that you're breathing from your diaphragm. And one of the ways to do that is you can look online for practice breath scripts, but take your script that you have and take it as long as you can without a breath. Can you read an entire paragraph? So I've got this little thing here. I'm going to read. And this company is great because it is available for use at any time. Yes, even at 2 p.m. when I've asked a question on dizziness that was bothering Laura. That was all one breath. But I've heard voice artists that would do, this company is great because it is available for use at any time. Yes, even at 2 p.m. when I've asked a question on dizziness that was bothering Laura. Now, those are little micro breaths, right? The little, and you can cheat with those in voiceover and get away with them because you can take the sound out. Not so much on video, but why not just take a good deep breath from the diaphragm and read the whole thing? So I hope this helps you consider how to treat your space and the equipment you buy. A lot of equipment has a little tripod stand for your desk. The challenge with that is that anything that you do like this is going to hit that mic immediately. And out on this boom, you can hear it. All you hear is the knock. You don't hear the thump, thump, thump in the mic. And I'm not moving it all the time. I'm not getting the cord out of the way all the time. So I think I'm repeating myself. So happy Tuesday the 22nd. Thank you for watching Grant's Voice. And if you can need any help with your setup, with some beginning coaching, all that kind of stuff, hit me up at voicepro@grantsvoice.com. Would love to help you. Thanks. Have a great day.